As we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Check it. 180. All day, every day, any day. Switch it. Hey, alert. Kill. Target. Kill.
The first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's caught. Stills right side. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Wilson snags it left side. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Subsequent gains of 3, 4, and now 5 yards. Good enough for the 1st down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Forty's Mike right there. 40's Mike. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but Those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
You ain't doing nothing today. Check, check, check. Monday. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Running, it's Drake. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
Check, go back. We got motion. Back up. Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, switch the mic right here.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this will remain a scoreless game. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Now this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50. 1st and 10. Jackson, option right. The quick feet by Jackson. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
1st down, Baltimore.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 8-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Jackson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
And one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it's a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
At the 29-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Tighten up. Pull it together. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. Hey, here we go.
Now Rosen. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
48, 48 the mic. Danny.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, look, 48.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. On the return comes Cobb. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Around the NFL, an update from a game going on down in Tampa, and the Bucs are out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Hey, I need one over here.
Rosen will throw, and he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, 1st down. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. This pass into the arms of Snead.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Mike 55, Mike 55. You must be dreaming. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Kill.
And for Jackson, this may be a free play. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. Now, we'll have to check the flag, but I think this one's going to stand. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
30-yard line.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Quarter. Just like that. He's checking.
Now it's Rosen. And to the left side here, Wilson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, quarter. 48 for Mike. Oh, yeah.
Here's Rosen to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Staying open. Staying open.
They'll run. It's Drake. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Deciding to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah, your side of the field, this stage of the game, you're supposed to punt the football. He said, who cares? I'm going to light the book on fire.
Yeah, analytics, everyone else, be warned, he's coming for you.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. A former first-round pick, Marlon Humphrey, there to get a hand on it. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Monday.
Here's Rosen. On the left side, this is Stills. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They still playing hard. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And throw right side complete to Parker. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this is back to a 5-point game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, They want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Around the NFL, second quarter down in Tampa. And a 2-touchdown lead for the Buccaneers as they've just scored again. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
At their own 49-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
It's a give to the right. Ingram. Ingram's got the first down and more. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his feet as far as he's concerned.
What are you saying? I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely. Still got a lot of life left in those legs. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Malone. They go screen. This is Ingram. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram in the final seconds of the first half as the Ravens push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
At the 29-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson, and he checks this one down to Williams. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Here we go, set, 30 base. 55, now.
From the gun, Malone. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jeremiah Tauchu coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. And now it's Rosen looking. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
A throw over the middle taken in. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Rosen now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. To throw is Rosen. And Stills bringing it in. And all of a sudden they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. Give him 30 yards there.
First down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Drake. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, alert, alert. 5.
So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Let's make these babies come in. My 40. Here we go. Hey, seam 6.
2nd and 9 now. This pass caught at the 4. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They come out here in the eye. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. It's a sneak for Rosen. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. It'll be a loss of 1, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. They'll try and run with Balaj. And not only will he not get in, he's he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Watch the edge. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Check 59. Mike, you on truck. 59. Hey, pick you up.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15.
Let's go.
He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
And the Ravens first down.
Ready. Hey, hold on. Check 59. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to fire you up. Don't get nervous.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Caught left side by Cobb. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Yeah, I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson, wide open receiver, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
No. Check. Fresno. Hold up.
They'll run on first down. It's Ingram, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
You. Check 59, Mike is up. 59. Watch the screen.
Ingram again. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A 10th carry here for Mike Ingram. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 39. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. He was looking that time for Stills. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
At the 3-yard line.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Slam, slam, slam. Go, go.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
First down, Baltimore.
Here we go, here we go. Go to base. 59, Mike to 59. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right.